Hello darling, Sarah here. Run out of coffee. Typical. Well. Yeah, so here we are. Kitchen of creation on the phone. Not trying to be cool, honestly. I don't know how to be cool. Thought I'd do a afternoon video to say hello. So, where are we? It's Tuesday afternoon. Oh my goodness, I'm tired. Been burning the candle at many ends. I'm currently writing 2.5 film scripts. Don't ask me what or why or when, if ever, they're going to happen. I'm finishing off a new musical track, which I haven't done for a long time. That'll be coming up soon. I want to do a video to it. I don't know how, but I'd like to do a video to it when I launch it rather than just audio. I haven't done any Marvin, not because I haven't bothered, just because I'm just juggling stuff. I've just finished a job for one children's book. I've got another one to do. Hi Tracy, I could just see someone's watching now. You're the first watcher, as always, so thank you for that. What else? I haven't built anything on the Dalek or the TARDIS, but I have been building the spaceship based on the Nerf gun. So basically I split a Nerf gun in half. You're in Greece? Oh wow, do you know what? It's as hot as Greece outside, honestly. I went to Greece before, I went to Zante, it was great. So there's my spaceship. I've been adding loads of bits. I'm beginning to cover up things like, you can see the screw holes and things. So I'm beginning to cover up little bits and bobs. I've got a glass cockpit coming, and the glass canopy cover, whatever you call it, is actually a clear plastic candy scoop. You know, like a pick and mix scoop, one of them. So I'm going to use that. Put a load more stuff on the back, beginning to cover up the holes and stuff. No idea what I'm going to do for the big engines because they're very messy at the moment, but I need to put some big pieces there. I've put loads of stuff on the bottom, beginning to fill up all the gaps and all the holes, etc, etc. It's coming together. Do you know what, if you think this looks cool, you might not. Hi Russell. If you think this looks cool, and you might not think it looks cool, but once this gets a coat of grey primer all over, it just pops. Everything is like, oh, a proper spaceship. So I can't wait to see. I really like the white stripes on this thing. I might even repaint the white stripes back in after I've finished painting it. But no, it's coming along slowly. Hi Ricky, how you doing? So yeah, blocked up the gaps in the sides there where the magazine used to go for the, you know, so you just use plastic card to block them out. I'm going to put some more detail in these things, sort of intakes. Hell of a mess under here. I've got to sort all this out. Like I say, clear canopy, X-Wing fighter style or snowspeeder style is coming here, and that's going to be the clear candy scoop that I've ordered on eBay. Ton of stuff underneath, obviously. So you've got adapter boxes, router, another router, more Nerf guns from a different Nerf gun, another bit of Nerf gun, plastic card in black, and stuff. Nerf guns are great because you can use all the internal bits as well, and it's a nice kind of plastic that actually takes super glue really well. So anyway, detailing that chap up, and it's getting heavy, but it's looking really nice, and it's quite solid. So unless I drop him on the pointy bits, he's not going to break. So that's nice. I'll tell you a little bit about Offworld. We did the raffle. We raised about 700 quid, just over. I'm basically posting out all the prizes now and the freebies. Anyone who entered will get something. We decided that there were 40 people who entered, and we didn't decide there were 40. There were 40 people who entered. So we decided, you know what? We've got enough posters and bits and bobs to send to people, and I just had a message back from a guy called Matthew, who's really chuffed about, you know, I don't think he won anything in the raffle itself, but he got his pack of posters and storyboards and stuff, and he's really chuffed with it. He's going to frame them, etc. So that's cool. I'm constantly running to the Yodel and the Collect Plus, sending stuff out. This morning, Danny sent me a stack of signed glossy 6x4s. So they're the Jan Lepre prints, nice glossy. She signed them in gold, which is cool. Now I'm going to put these in most of the prize packs. And if you want one of these and you didn't enter the raffle, Danny does have a stack. I say a stack, she's probably got about 40 left over. So if you go over to Danny's page or even on the Offworld page and message her, she will send one out to you. I think they're going for a £5, but obviously postage for that is quite cheap. So all the rest of the money goes to the Offworld fund, of which that money raised by them will probably go towards posting the hard drive of Offworld when it's finally finished over to the States to our distributors. Now, before it can get posted, of course, I have got to be in the recording studio and finish the sound mix. So I went there on Saturday, and it took a few hours to transfer the 666 gig of stuff from the hard drive onto the studio computer, and we need to set it up, all the many tracks of dialogue, sound, music, sound effects, all that malarkey, and arrange it so it all, it all sounds nice. We may have to clean things up and add more spot effects like footsteps and all those kind of things. So it's going to be a bit of a job. I'm going back in maybe next week or the week after. Hi Stephen. Another day for it, it's heavy. So yeah, we're doing all that. It's a daunting job. It's a biggish task, especially when we're not quite sure where we're going with it, but the end is in sight. I know I've said that for the last 4.5 years, but literally there isn't anything left to do but the sound mix, So that would be cool. The plan is to get it sent to the distributor. Hi Kev, yeah, I know you can't wait to see the film, and I've explained this before, but I need to explain this again, and I hope it's not going to annoy anyone. When the film's finally finished, I can't fling it online. I can't just go bang, watch it. I can't do it, because although that was the original plan, now the film has an American distributor. They won't let us do that, and it's not them being nasty. It's they're trying to maximise the success of the film. There's no business and there's no money in trying to sell or push a film that's freely available online. Okay, it's like me coming online with a handful of grass, going buy some grass, and you'd be like, there's grass outside. I can get it anywhere. So if I had special grass, not special grass, you know what I mean. If I had something special that you couldn't get outside, maybe special grass, then there's more demand for it, and there's got to be a certain amount of exclusivity that our distributor can say, we've got this brand new British sci-fi film and we're trying to sell it. And they will do a lot. They're going to take it to the Cannes Film Festival. I think they enter into competitions as well. They will take it to streaming services, direct to DVD, even any potential theatrical agents. This is all stuff that we never bargained on. We thought, we finished the film, stick it online, everyone can watch it. Now, the good thing is we've got a distributor. The bad thing is we can't just bung it online for you to watch. That said, there may be a way we can do a 1 or 2 very small, very low-key, low-brow, big screenings. And when I mean big screenings, I mean audiences in a lecture theatre or a cinema or wherever. And although not everyone will be able to get to them, which I apologise for, and obviously when someone sees it, the people who can't see it will get back to me and have a go at me and go, well, it's not fair, I want to see it. And there may be people who have put money into Offworld who still haven't been able to see the film, and there's not a lot I can do about it. But if you want the film to succeed more than we ever thought, I mean, we've already got an American distributor. I mean, how is that? We weren't expecting that. It was only because we did a trailer, that we got picked up by a distributor. So we really need to, give it our best chance possible. And at some point, it will be available. I went to my local Asda. I go to my local Asda on a regular basis, and I see DVDs that are distributed by the same distributor who wants Offworld. So I don't care if it's in the cheap rack or it's £5 a disc or whatever. It's amongst the Sharknadoes. I'd love some of the Sharknado money, don't get me wrong. That would be amazing. To think that the film that we started off as like a 10-minute short and then turned into a feature and then turned into, you know, a 90-minute full film with all the extras and all that, will end up one day as a DVD for retail in Asda. I'd be over the moon, you know, day made. And on top of that, the conversations we've had with the distributors, you know, they are very chuffed with what we've done, and they would like to know what we're doing next. So I'm not saying they're going to throw millions of dollars at us. It's more a case of, if you make another film, feel free to send it to us and we'll tell you whether we want to do anything with it or not. Now, the way things have been going over the last couple of years, it may be that Danny does a film and sends it to them, Chris does a film and sends it to them, I do a film and send it to them. It doesn't mean we're all going to just, the same cast and crew, going to pile together like a big carry-on film and do another film. That's not how it works. In fact, to make, if I made a film and Danny made a film and Chris made a film, that's tripling our chances of success, right? So that's probably how it's going to go. We're going to go do our separate things. So we all have different interests, of course. Chris's stuff, I met Chris through a very gritty crime drama that I was in, that he cast me in. And he likes that kind of thing. You snatch and you lock stock. And I know a lot of people out there do like that kind of film. And, you know, I'm always into sci-fi and possibly comedies. And Danny's into, I know she's into sci-fi, but she's got ideas. And obviously she's got, at the moment, she's got the WoW film to look at when she can free up the time to start working on that. So that's the general plan. We don't know what's going ahead. I'm still writing stuff because it makes sense to have stuff ready and not be empty, you know, I got nothing when the distributor says, what's next? Nothing. So I'm bubbling ideas. Hi Dan, how's it going? I've just been waffling all about film stuff and distributors, so you'll have to probably rewind at some point. But yeah, the plan is that the sound mix is almost done, and once that's done, it goes off to the US distributors and let them work their magic. You know, I don't mind what they do. It's not going to make millions of dollars. It's not going to get us Oscars, and it's not going to get us a full-on theatrical release. As far as I know, I don't think so. You've got to remember that whatever amazing stuff happens to Offworld, it's still, you know, shot 10 minutes up the road from me, outdoors in a country park with some special effects and 10 actors, and it's a 10 grand film or 9 grand film. It's a very low budget film. It can't compete with the Sharknadoes. We don't have a $5 million budget, because that's what Sharknado has, maybe more. So we're just grateful that something is going to happen with it, other than sticking it on YouTube and letting people watch it. Like I say, so that the downside is that some people won't get to watch it for a long time, or at least for a year or two or whatever. But that's all for the good of the actual film itself. The fact that the distributors may be doing something more with it and trying to sell it to streaming services or wherever, the better. And the more success it has that way, the more chance we have of doing more films in the future and stuff, and I've got to get prepared for that. So, that's cool stuff. What else can I tell you about? I'm knackered. Rome wasn't built in a day. This is Stephen. Your hard work has to reach the biggest audience possible to make it real. Nobody in their right mind would ignore the chance of having the film distributed. Yeah, exactly, Steve. That is the thing that... actually, I can read the rest of your comment down here rather than on my phone. Come on, because it makes life easier to do it on the laptop. No one in their right mind would ignore the chance of having the film distributed and seen worldwide, rather than a few Facebookers. Wishing you all the best, getting out there and getting some sort of recognition for that hard work. Good. Sod the whingers. Yeah, I mean, I'm I'm aware that people do want to see the film after so long, and unfortunately, when you have to wait so long for stuff, people are expecting amazing things. And again, the Americans say to me, I'm a bit, oh, you're not very enthusiastic about your own film, Terry. And I'm like, it's because I'm British. But it's more like, I will celebrate when it's time to celebrate. I will be quietly optimistic rather than, it's the best thing in the world, and, overhype it, That's just my personality, is how I am. And when I'm more confident, you will see it. So Tracy says, how was your day in Western as a Dalek? It was great. We got there far too early. We got there about 2 hours early. Then they finally opened the doors, and I spent 2 stints in the Dalek for about half an hour at a time. And again, it's very cramped. You've got a little joystick here to move around. You've got a little joystick here. I had a joystick here for moving the eye left and right instead of doing it manually. But I had the microphone on so I could shout abuse at kids. And it went down really well. We got mobbed a few times and I couldn't move. There's always one or two, how should we say, undesirables. Little kids who feel the need to kick you or punch you or hit you on the head. And their parents just think it's funny. But had they damaged the Dalek, the parents wouldn't be quick to pay up for damages, which is always a bit annoying. And I got that a lot as a Stormtrooper and Jack Sparrow. Some kids want to spoil it for the rest, unfortunately. That's horrible, but it's part of the part and parcel. It's one person in 10 who is obnoxious. The rest of them are pretty good fun. And they understand that there's a dude inside sweating buckets trying to entertain people, and they treat you well enough. So yeah, that was fun. And again, every time I do something with the Daleks, I blame the parents. Yeah, absolutely. Parents are like, nothing to do with me, but they're just texting, or they're like laughing at their kid whacking the Dalek or trying to pull bits off it. I had that with Jack Sparrow. People trying to kick me, rip my hair out, all this kind of stuff, and parents are like, boys will be boys, kids will be kids. No, it's the parents. Anyway, so every time I do something with the Daleks, I get home and think I should work more on my Dalek. And the weather's nice. Again, I should be out the back jigsawing and painting and fiberglassing and all sorts of stuff out here. But I do have day job stuff to do. I don't have the spare time to edit videos at the moment. In fact, doing this, I feel guilty already for taking time out. I just had breakfast at about 1 o'clock. I just had a salad roll for breakfast, which I like to get from locally. And I have got to get on with stuff. So I was before I got into all this off-world stuff, I was listing what I was up to. And I was, like I say, I'm writing 2.5 scripts. The half script is a weird one. A salad roll. Shut up, David. I'm also printing your final piece upstairs. They're all ready. In fact, it's probably finished by now, so do not insult me, or you will not get your 3D printed parts. Doing scripts, building a little spaceship. That's just a piece of fun. But I'm going to sell the spaceship. I don't know whether I'll eBay it or creep. I'll either eBay it or once it's finished, of course, or raffle it or something. Money will go to me, right? I've been raising money for Offworld and other things, and money will go to me. Keep the lights on in here. In fact, I started a 3D printer last night, and I was just about to settle down and go, oh, shall I stick a film on to watch? And I went, oh, I better check how much electricity I've got left. So I ran to the meter downstairs, and I was on £1, literally £1 left. And that would have lasted me probably about an hour. So I had to run, luckily I ran to the shop that was open with my electric token thing. I quite like token meters actually now. I've never had them before, but it's better than a bill that hits you every couple of months. So I had to run down, put some more electricity in there. Anyway, 3D printing stuff. Want to do Dalek, want to do Marvin, want to do TARDIS. I'm just finishing off a music project, a musical song that I have been working on. And, oh God, what else? The real interview stuff has gone pretty quiet. I don't mind because it's one less thing to worry about at the moment. I got up to, I think it was 11. My interview was, the one I did for myself was the final one so far. The vampire musical. Now, yes, good point. That is currently on hold. I don't know any other way to explain it, but they have made an announcement that because of the time it took, because of the lockdowns and all this malarkey, and the lack of sort of support and funding, whatever, it's unfair to keep the cast all on board and keep them rehearsing if they don't know if it's going to happen. So at the moment it's on hold. I wouldn't say it's going away forever, but the writer, Dave, is going to do a novel version of it. But as for now, it's not really happening. But I'm pretty sure that if something does happen, they'll contact me and say, we're still on, which is a weird thing because right now I'm so ridiculously stressed out with things to do and keep, plates spinning, that the vampire musical will be a heck of a lot of work. And I do want to do it. But on the other hand, I know how awesome it's going to be. So I'm going to support it whether I'm in it or not, let's face it. But at the moment, I'm in it, but it is on hold, which is fair enough, I understand. Audio stuff. I've just started recording a 5-part Third Doctor story where I'm playing the Master and I may be playing Cybermen, I don't know yet. It's called The Shards of Mondas for Black Glove Studios. That will be my last for a while. My last performance as the Master, because I've been playing the Master for over a year now. That'll be the Roger Delgado Master, the original and best. So there's that. I may be starting or participating in a podcast. Had a talk about that this morning. The podcast will be focused on the concept of universal basic income. If you don't know what UBI is, I'm not going to go into it deeply, but it's a long-standing idea that is in place in some countries, in some parts of the world, where basically capitalism starting above zero. So when you're broke, you haven't got no money, you've got enough money to live on. That's all UBI is. It's not a benefit, it's not a handout, it's not communism, it's not socialism. It's socialist in the way that in the meaning that it cares for people, So basically, if a UBI was implemented in this country and say everyone, no matter who you are, as long as you're over 18 and you're a British citizen and you get like, I don't know, 300-400 quid a month, that could stop a lot of people from being homeless. Granted, the argument for that is, some people are just going to squander it on booze and fags and drugs. Some people are not going to work. Well, if you're happy to live on 300 quid a month, good luck to you. I would certainly keep working if I had that much, but it would mean that costs for food and bills and rent and that would be a lot less. And then the other argument is, they'll put the rent up, so they nick all that money. But there's lots of arguments for and against it. But I think it's an amazing idea, and it was mooted by Thomas Paine, who was one of the founding fathers of the United States back in the day, in Hamilton days. And then Martin Luther King was very all for it. So I should be probably, making some strides towards a friend of mine's podcast all about universal basic income. So check it out. It's good. On top of that, where do I start? Just finished one children's book, got another one to finish, and I've got a new one just coming in. So I'm generally juggling 2 books at once. Illustration wise, that keeps the lights on in here, as they say. And blimey, I'd like to go to London at some point. I haven't been there for a while. I'd love to take Marvin's head with me back down to Ealing Studios to show Mike Tucker, who owns the real Marvin, and show him and obviously compare and see how well I did. But that's not going to happen soon. I have to get Marvin finished for next August, and the Tattoo Con will be on, and the guest will be David Lerner, who played Marvin, and he was in Nightmare, if you remember Nightmare, the kids quiz show. Yeah, so lots to do, lots to do. There's something else that's playing with my mind that I can't remember that I wanted to tell you about, and I can't think what it is. Man, I can't remember. All I will say, oh yeah, thanks Kev, the Monsters Next Door book. Well, a lot of people have got it. You know, I think something like in the realms of about 200 copies were sold. We broke even on it. Didn't made about 30 quid. Unfortunately, writing and drawing a book of my own does not pay as much as illustrating a book for someone else. It was a fun project to do, and I was hoping it would sell a lot better, but I found that if I'm just selling the book as a book that I've written and drawn, not that many people are interested in it. They were only interested because I offered someone's name printed in the back. They were only interested in a personalised copy. No one seems bothered about the book. So I've had to give up my dreams of having it on Amazon in 10 different languages and all that malarkey. It's not going to happen now, unfortunately. I have about 5 copies left in the house. But you know, it was fun. It's nice. It's nice a little thing to do, and it didn't take long. You know, it took me about 6 or 7 months, start to finish. So that was fun. So I'm not doing another book anytime soon. Although I think I remember the thing that was in my head. I am cooking up a very large project. I know I shouldn't do. Got enough to do, enough to finish. But this is another long-term thingy. I hope it's not a long-term thingy. I'm of the frame of mind now. You know, I mean, blimey! Yesterday it was revealed that actor Tony Selby, who was in EastEnders, he was in Doctor Who, he was in Blake 7, and he was in an ITV Army sitcom called Get Some in the 70s and 80s, which I thought he was terrifying. But he died yesterday, and he was a great actor. And before that was Sarah Harding from Girls Aloud. She passed away at only 39 years old, which is shocking. It's really bad, you know. She was my favourite in the group. She was the hottest, I think. Anyway, you see people dropping you're in your 50s like me, and you see people around you dropping like flies, and you realise that youth is wasted on the young, and you really, life is too short to not to try everything all at once, which is what I'm doing. Now I know some people say you shouldn't be nibbling around the edges of 10 different projects. You should be focused on the one, then focused on the next one. But I kind of want to kind of have many fingers in many pies, which I do. So anyway, this big project, I'm not even going to announce it until I would say end of the year, December, Christmas. Maybe my birthday. Maybe I'll announce it on my birthday and go, okay, so here's the plan for next year. So that'd be something to look forward to. I guarantee many of you will like it. It's obviously something that I'm going to sort of concoct in my brain and show you all and tell you all about it. But we'll leave that until the end of the year once I've thought about it a bit more. I see a thumbs up from Matt. Hi, Matt. Oh, more people watching. Emmy. Hi, Emmy. I know what it is, says Dave. It's Terry Cooper the musical. Ain't nobody got no time for that. Nobody wants to watch Terry Cooper the musical. It'd be like set to the Smiths music, probably. I'd probably call it Heaven Knows I'm Miserable Now. No, I'm not as miserable as I used to be. I have had severe clinical depression over the last 10 years. But in this last year, I can pretty much feel that I've beaten it. You know, I'm a completely different person than I was even last year. I spent 10 years at my wit's end, very flat, very low, unable to laugh, unable to smile, unable to take on any new projects, just getting by day by day. It was horrible. I'm not even going to go into how bad it got, but in the last 2 years I went to see the GP and I got antidepressants, and they helped me turn the corner. I don't take them anymore. I haven't taken antidepressants now for about a year, but the year and a half I was on the antidepressants helped, really helped. I found myself, I found my mojo again. Now, I'm not to say I'm going to be dancing down the street singing yippity doo dah, or zippity doo dah even, every single day, because if you've been hit with depression, you know it's never too far away, but you know that it's going to pass. I know that I can cope, so I'm a lot more positive, a lot happier, a lot more balanced, a lot more sensible about stuff. I could just see another person pop up, but I can't work out who the avatar is. So yeah, things are definitely improving, which is probably why I'm juggling so much stuff. And also, as I said to someone yesterday, I cope by having lots of stuff on the go. That's how I do it. It's Marcel. Hello, Buck. We will go for that 90s night at some point. But yeah, 90s night, 80s night, 90s, 80s is where it's at. So yeah, the way I cope with stuff is keep myself busy and distracted. It's the way to go, you know. So anyway, I've been chatting for quite a while now. I don't know how long I've been chatting for, quite a long time, and I want to put this up on YouTube as my YouTube kind of Tuesday video, because I hate missing a Tuesday out. So I thought I'd quickly do a live, and the lives end up taking longer to do than the edited videos, unfortunately. 32 minutes, thanks Tracy. Right, so I think that's long enough. Anyway, you can always watch this from the start, where I talk about what I've been up to, what I'm doing, how everything's going, especially with Offworld, etc., and future plans. So I'm gonna nip off now and actually get some day job work done and check if David's 3D printing is finished, and I gotta send that off to him. Anyway, so thanks for watching, guys. 6 of you at the moment, so thanks for that. I will catch you next week. Don't know whether it's a live or an edited video, but we shall see. This is how exciting life is. Anyway, take care now, everyone. Bye bye.